Good morning.
Hey, happy Christmas Eve!
Yes, that.
Doesn't feel like Christmas. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just not there yet.
Not there yet.
But make sure if you're getting value out of these that you like and share. And if you're watching on the replay, let us know. Say hi. Let us know what's going on. How was your workout?
It was so-so. Maybe my body's in a Christmas Eve mode today.
Is that what it is?
Maybe so. Yeah.
What'd you do?
No, good question. Today I did chest, shoulders, and triceps.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
How about
I
you?
was surprised how busy the gym was today.
Well, so the regular people weren't there. Did you notice that?
Some of the regular people
Some,
were
but
there.
not many. Mostly it was new people.
Different people we're not
Yeah.
used to seeing?
Yes.
Okay. I did legs today. I usually do legs on Tuesdays, but I decided that if I'm going to skip a workout this week, which I may because obviously tomorrow the gym's not open, I didn't want it to be legs. So I did legs today. It was a pretty decent workout. Can't complain.
Right.
Got it done.
Good.
So that's good. It's fasting day, so we
It
have
is.
no breakfast to show you today, unfortunately. But that's all right. We'll eat later.
Yeah.
It's good to be a fasting day going into Christmas.
Yeah, I was thinking about that last night. I'm thinking, well, one thing, it's a fasting day, that's a frown. And the other thing is, well, don't worry about thank Christmas. I think, well, I fasted yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's
I
good.
made a macaroni, no tuna salad thing to bring to his mother's for Christmas. So that's what we will be eating tomorrow.
Exactly.
But I wanted to talk to you about carbohydrates because there seems to be this misnomer that carbohydrates make you fat, and they don't. That's not the way the body processes carbs. So I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit. First of all, it's important to know that when your body takes in carbs, the first thing it does is wants to turn them into glucose, which is blood sugar. And people think, oh, sugar, that's bad. No, blood sugar is what your body runs on.
It's
You
what it
have
wants
to have it.
Yeah, it's what it wants to run.
You have to have blood sugar or you're going to die. That's that simple. So even though it's called blood sugar, it's not, you can't equate it with white sugar. It's not the same. It's not, and yes, white sugar does turn into glucose because it is a simple carb, but that's not how it works.
Right.
So the first thing your body wants to do is take carbohydrates and turn them into blood glucose for you to burn, to run, to all your cells to do their thing. The second thing it wants to do, we've talked about this some before, is glycogen. And that's the storage of your energy. And they store it in your muscles and in your liver, about 2 pounds, and it stores it with water. So you have that. Then your body wants to burn carbs off as heat. And so that's what it does. The next thing it does is burn it off as heat. So you have to eat a lot of carbs for your body to get past blood sugar, glucose, burning it off as heat. Then it'll start converting it into fat. But converting carbs into fat is actually pretty challenging. I just realized I didn't plug in our Wi-Fi thing.
Oh.
You want to fix it?
Yes.
It wants to turn, when it turns it into fat, it's a very complicated process. It's a lot of work for your body. And so what it ends up doing is it ends up burning a lot of energy to try and turn it into carbohydrates, turn carbohydrates into fat. And so then that burns extra calories too. So you might be thinking, well, how come when I eat carbs then I end up being fat? Well, because a lot of things of what people think are carbs are actually not carbs at all. So when I talk about carbs, I'm talking about whole food carbs. I'm talking about yams and grains and all those things that then also do have some protein, not high levels of protein, but some protein in them, and then some fat that you find in plants. Not a lot of fat, but some.
Right.
So that's what I talk about carbs. Most people, when they talk about carbs, they're talking about things like potatoes that are loaded with stuff.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Which, by the way, is if you look at the composition of nutrients in pizza, it's fat. That is the number one nutrient in pizza is fat. Then you go to protein, then you go to carbs.
And so the challenge with it that you end up with is that when you take in what people consider carbs, which is crackers and cookies and donuts and pizza and potatoes that are loaded with sour cream and cheese and butter and all that stuff, your body doesn't take the carbohydrate and store it as fat. It takes the fat that you have and store it as fat. That's the easiest thing for your body to store as fat, is fat that you're
It
taking
takes
in.
it basically no energy at all to store fat as
It
fat.
doesn't take it very much to convert it from the fat you take into the fat that you wear. And so that's what it wants to do. So when people say, oh, I eat carbs and I get fat, what they mean is, I eat fat that has some carbs in it, and they blame the carbs, and it's not the carbs'
The processed
fault.
foods that they
Right.
eat. Right.
Right. So that's not how it works. And then the other thing that people say, well, I'll eat protein because your body doesn't store protein as fat. That's not what happens with protein. Your body either uses it to build or repair, which is great, you absolutely need that, or it eliminates it. The problem is that there's two things that happen. One is most people, when they say, well, I'll just eat protein, they take in animal protein. And you can't take in animal protein without taking in fat. There's no such thing as animal protein without fat attached to it. Or they take in a very highly processed protein, usually a whey or an egg protein in a processed form.
And the thing is, too, is the calorie you're taking in, especially like an egg, you're taking in more calories in fat than you are in protein. So you're taking in...
If you're eating eggs.
Yes.
But if you're eating processed, then it's just protein because they've
just
eliminated it. But, so you're thinking, oh, that's great. Well, then that won't turn into fat. If I get too much of it, my body will eliminate it. Yes, it does. That's true. However, it's very hard on your body to have to eliminate protein. It's hard on your kidneys. It's hard on your organs. That's one of the things we see. Hey, Jim, it's good to
morning,
see you.
Jim.
What did you say? What are your favorite sources of fiber? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I like prunes. Prunes are easy.
I eat figs every day, but I mean, we also eat whole grains, which is a great source of fiber.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, another great source of fiber. Leafy green vegetables of any kind, huge for
Yep.
fiber. Fruits, a lot of fiber in fruits. So to answer your question, we don't really have a favorite. We eat just such a variety of it.
Right, we do a lot. I definitely find when I eat oatmeal, my gut is happier. Oatmeal, whole grains, whether it's farro or whatever whole grain you like, are really good sources of fiber, both soluble and insoluble, which are really good for your gut.
And the oatmeal needs to be either steel cut or old fashioned.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that the wheat germ
And
is still
seeds.
in.
We eat a lot of seeds,
We eat a lot of
which have a
seeds.
lot of fiber in them. Flaxseed is a great option. You can put flaxseed on pretty much everything.
Which we basically do.
We do. We put flaxseed on
Yes.
everything. So yeah, that was a little aside about fiber, but yeah, that's what we get our fiber from, a lot of different sources. But I would definitely recommend, if nothing else, eat oatmeal and add flaxseed to stuff.
And the other thing I was listening to from the doctor that did the Proteinaholic book was he's talking about for your body to take carbohydrates and turn it into fat, like when it gets down to that process, if it's not getting carbohydrates or what it needs from somewhere else, that it actually takes more energy to do that than the amount of fat it's going to put in there. So it's kind of like the way he explained it, it's kind of a cancellation.
Yeah, your body doesn't want to have to turn carbs to fat. It really doesn't. But fat to fat, that's easy.
It just slides it right
And
over.
protein doesn't turn to fat, but it is really hard for your body to eliminate it. It's hard on your
And it's
system.
very acidic, isn't it?
It's really, really hard on your system if you're taking in animal protein. So that's kind of the challenge I don't think that people understand. Like, they talk about, oh, carbs make me fat. It's not the carbs. Carbs are not what's making you fat. That's not what's doing
Everything
it.
else on it and around it.
And when people argue with me, and they do on our posts on a regular basis, the question, when they say, well, I have evidence, the question I ask them is, are you eating 80% carbs? Because if you're not eating 80% carbs, then yeah, your body's going to turn the protein and fat that you're eating into fat. That's what it's going to do. And so I think that when people say, well, I have evidence, they don't have evidence. They don't have evidence for what they think they have evidence for. What they have evidence for is that when they take in too many calories, their body takes the fat and that they eat and puts it in on their hips. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
So it's an interesting thing. That's what we wanted to talk about today, just really quickly. I know it's a holiday and everybody's around doing their holiday thing, so nobody's here to watch us.
Well,
live.
Jim's here.
Jim's here.
It's
That's
worth
nice.
doing it right there.
Yeah, but hopefully some people get a chance to watch this later. And if you're interested after the holidays settle down and you're ready to really get on the bandwagon of figuring out, why your diets fail and why you're not at the ideal weight and what you can do about it, definitely give us a call. You can reach out to us at rnrjourney.com. Directly, there are phone numbers there, our email is there. You can go directly to the services page and just book an appointment with us. So a lot of options once the holidays get all settled and everybody's ready. How much weight have you gained over the holidays?
None. I think I lost 3 pounds.
You got thin. I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Not eating enough
Yesterday
stuff.
I was like just eating. I mean, when I make popcorn, I make a big batch of popcorn, and what was it, Saturday I sat there and ate the whole thing.
You did eat the whole thing. I didn't even eat any. And I haven't gained any weight over the holidays either. So.
And so there's a lot of fiber in popcorn too, by the way. But I also put Bragg's liquid amino acids, which is like a really heavy concentrated soy sauce.
It basically is,
is the best way to explain it. And I have this everything spice. I like the everything bagels that they make, that spice. It's all combined.
He gave me a kiss and he tasted like an everything bagel.
Yes. And I tell you, once I started, I couldn't stop.
It's good stuff. Yeah. Anything else you want to add about how the body processes carbs? Did I hit all the high points?
I think you did. Yeah, I mean, just like you said already, just be aware that when you say you're cutting out carbs, are you really cutting out carbs or you're cutting out processed foods, which have mostly fats? And when you look at the ratio,
Yeah.
and a good example is one I used was pizza. Pizza is more fat than anything else.
That's true.
And then it's protein, and then it's carbs. So it's really not a carb food; it's a fat food.
And I'll post the interview that that this information came from the doctor from Proteinaholic did. I'll post that on the community page. So if you're a member of the website, you can go and watch it on the community page after today. I'll do it this afternoon.
Right.
I think that's all I've got for
I
them.
think that's all we got.
Make sure you like and share and tell other people, because we don't do this for our health. We do it for yours.
That's correct.
Say
That's
bye.
it. All right, I guess I'm saying bye. And a Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas
for those
Eve.
that celebrate. And with that, we'll say, eat real food,
Mostly plants.
Have a great day.
We'll
guys.
see you on Wednesday.
Yes.